I looked on the other day. I seen there was a Bitcoin ordinal, I believe, and they raised 256 million. Now you know what that is? It's essentially an NFT. Overnight, instantly, for what? For nothing. Just for a project that essentially does nothing. So when we talk about these things, now we at this point in time where I don't want to talk about racism. I want to talk about economics. Because economics is the true war. If we can't use these systems of technology to fund what we want to see, there's nothing else to talk about. You can go vote for these geriatric patients all you want to. You can go vote, but if you're not willing to use this technology for any collective actions, and I ain't talking about once. I don't care if it fails the first time. Do it again, 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 till you get it right. If we ain't got that sort of grit and resilience for our own liberation, then none of that other shit matters. Because we can't even fund black media. When people do have shows and operations, ain't no funding coming from it. That should be funded by collective businesses and people. Black people barely advertise on black media, so of course they got to go to white-owned media if they even want to have it. So we got to talk about deeper layers of the system as well. If you want to grow your business, you have to advertise your business. You have to get more leads, and the more leads you get, the more business growth you get. But you're going to need consistent leads. You're going to need cheap leads. You're going to need reliable leads. If you can double up the leads that you get for your business, the more people know, the more your business grow. The more people you can hire, the more change that you can enact in your community, the more families, right, that lives that you can change, the more people you take out the prison industrial complex. But without the economics piece being at the forefront, they can talk to you about autonomy over your body all day long. That ain't gonna get no liberation. They can talk to you about your freedom to abort as many black babies on the planet Earth. That ain't gonna get you no liberation. Because one of the reasons that people want to do it is because they come from poverty-induced, stressed environments to where they have anxiety about the future and they don't feel like they can afford to make a living, create a living. So we have financial insecurities to where, you don't want to bring a life that you can't take care of. Instead of fixing the systems, we operate on the system, the symptoms that come from the effects of the system. That was the whole point of getting into this economics, talking about technology. I don't care about these weird ass artificial intelligent robots and stuff that these geek boys is talking about. I'm talking about us having a deep layered, meaningful understanding of the time and reality that we living in so that we can empower ourselves so that the complaints that we've been operating from since Dr. Martin Luther King, we can't be saying the same exact shit that he was saying in his time. The words got to change. The complaints got to change because the solutions have changed. We ain't in no damn marching era. Better march with your dollar. How we got the same solution, but the problems have evolved. So when we talk about economics, solving economic problems, everything I just said about black media, boule, that don't matter. That's just for awareness. That don't matter. That's just for awareness. I might walk into one of those rooms with what? That awareness. That don't mean I hate them. That means I understand them. You don't hate a snake. You understand the snake and you move according to the nature of that snake. I can move in any room because as long as I have an understanding, but I don't want to walk into a room operating in darkness with ignorance. That ain't what it is. So it's the economic part that we don't have. It's the, Brother Nuri had a high level conversation with him. We talked about, the science of mating, the science of warfare, right? The science of business. Those are the three sciences they don't want us to master because you master that. You can master your reality to build your own empire, to build your own institutions. And that's why I agree with Dr. Umar. Who you marry matters. Marry into your economic salvation. Marry into your economic salvation and not just yours, but you have to think about who are you connected to.